Have you ever noticed that the most accomplished people in the room are often the quietest about it? No announcements, no updates, no need to show you what they're building, and it can seem like distance, like arrogance even. But psychology says it's neither. The most self-aware people have simply figured something out that most people spend years learning, that privacy isn't secrecy, it's protection. 1. They understand that visibility invites interference. There's a well-documented phenomenon called the social reality effect. When you share a goal publicly, your brain receives a premature sense of achievement, as if the sharing itself was the accomplishment. Smart people resist this instinctively. They've learned that announcing what you're building invites opinions and energy that disrupts the process. So they build in silence, not out of secrecy, out of focus. 2. They've outgrown the need for external validation. Psychologists call it internal locus of control, the belief that your outcomes are driven by your own actions, not other people's approval. People with a strong internal locus don't need an audience to confirm their direction. When your self-worth isn't outsourced to public opinion, there's simply no reason to perform. The validation they seek comes from results, not reactions. 3. They protect their peace like a resource. Smart people have usually learned through experience that oversharing creates noise, unsolicited advice, jealousy, complicated dynamics. Psychologists call this strategic self-disclosure, the conscious decision to control what you reveal and to whom. Privacy isn't walls, it's curation. They're not hiding their life. They're choosing their audience carefully, because not every chapter was written for everyone to read. 4. They think in long arcs, not short moments. Highly intelligent people tend to think in systems and timelines that don't translate well to a status update. Psychologists link this to need for cognition, a deep intrinsic drive to think things through fully. Sharing feels premature because for them, nothing is ever quite finished. There's always another layer to consider first. 5. They know that mystery holds power. There's a psychological principle called information scarcity. The less available something is, the more value people assign to it. Smart people understand this intuitively. When you share everything, you become predictable. When you move in silence, you remain interesting. Privacy creates presence. And in a world where everyone is broadcasting everything, the person who says little commands the most attention without ever asking for it. So if you know someone who keeps their life quietly to themselves, no oversharing, no need to prove anything, don't mistake that for coldness. It's likely someone who has done enough internal work to know that the most valuable things in life don't need an audience to be real. Staying private is one of the most quietly intelligent choices a person can make. If the psychology behind self-aware and private minds speaks to you, subscribe, because the most interesting people rarely announce themselves.